appear on here. Oh, there I am. Can you guys see the little banner I've done? Can you see that, or is it back to front?
I can see it. Steve Lawson. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not showing up like a mirror image, is it? So you can't see it.
No, I can read it.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. I don't know whether you've seen. You can do these just obviously for your name and for the group. But if you look to the left of your screen, you've got like a series of little icons.
I see it.
And at the very bottom, you've got 3 little dots.
All right.
No.
And then if you just click on those 3 little dots, that'll take you into a toolbox.
Okay. Add apps.
Add apps, yeah. You add apps, and then you can go into the toolbox. You can all do this with me if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you find that?
I can't see any of those.
Can you see on the left of the screen? You've got all the icons, Rosemary.
Well, you're actually filling the screen.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, if you move,
I've already got my...
Rosemary, if you move your cursor over to the left-hand side, it will then expose the icons, Rosemary.
Oh, so it does. Oh, this is clever stuff. So what am I doing now?
So if you go to the bottom of the icons, you'll see 3 little dots.
Yeah, see those.
If you click on there, that'll open up a little box that'll say Add Apps.
Okay. Yeah, got that.
And if you add the apps, and then you'll see on the left-hand side, the second box down is Hangout Toolbox.
Yeah, I've got that.
So you just click on there, it'll say Install Hangout Extension. You'll click on there.
Got that.
And then if you come to the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see the Hangout Toolbox, and you'll see the first little icon is obviously a little circle with somebody's little face there, or a head.
No, I've just got a white screen now, in a box.
Okay. Why do you have to be different to everybody else?
I find everything difficult. But there again, I can do Beef Wellington and tap dance. I bet you can't do that.
Well, I can't actually. No, you're quite right. Can everybody else see it or not?
I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't.
Steve, you've got to click the Accept tab first.
Yes, yeah. Well, of course, the thing is, I've already accepted mine, so mine opens up automatically. But if you accept it, you'll see a box will open up with some little icons. There's a couple of images with a little smiley face. There's a volume button. But you can actually type in your name, and you can put in the vision or whatever you want to put in there, and just save that. Then that will appear on the bottom of your screen. So when people see your image come up on the screen, they can see that you're part of this group and your name, etc.
Okay.
Well, you can always you can have a fiddle about with that another time.
I'll do that another time.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit tense now.
Right. Okay. So this is our 3rd week in a row. Great. Another hangout, and it's another chance for everybody to get together and have a chat and see what their thoughts are on the week and what they've been doing. So, is there anything particular that anybody wants to go over this evening?
I know that a couple of people said about the speed wealth system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just understanding that a bit better.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Ah, right. I must have been on mute then, because I've been talking away to myself.
That's what happens. You get to a certain age.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I was trying to mess about with the last little thing you were trying to get me to do, and I must have turned the camera around and muted myself.
Oh dear.
However, no, I was just going to mention about the speed wealth system.
Yes. So there seems to be a little bit of confusion as to what actually the speed wealth system is, from what I can gather. Don't get me wrong, I may not necessarily know, to be honest with you. I think I know, But the way I look at this is I believe this is simply the sales funnel that we can all have access to, regardless of what level we're at, whether we're apprentice level, whether we're pro, or whether we've got the executive, or whether we're in the GRN or the TLA. So this is going to be a sales funnel that will appear in our back office, in our link generator. We'll be able to have a link that we can use as a means of being able to promote the company through this really great Speedwell sales funnel, which is, I think it's 45 minutes long in total, but it basically takes everybody that comes across it through, I think, the entire series of products and programs within the company. And it's got a number of upsells and a number of downsells. I suspect you've probably all seen one or two videos flying about, but I think it's important just to understand that it's not a product that you have to buy. It's purely and simply a means of being able to promote your company through this sales funnel. And it's really exciting because most companies, most good companies will have some kind of professional sales funnel that really does the selling for you. And I've been in a number of different companies that do that. And having looked at the sales funnels, I've watched the video, I've been on the 4-hour-long Hangout that they did, which was quite exhausting, but it was very interesting. And I think this is possibly one of the best sales funnels I've ever seen in terms of being able to draw people in, explain everything, and then if they're not sure about it, they come out, they can come back in and get another opportunity to take a look at it and get offered another price, etc. So it's pretty good, and I think it will be very effective. And I'm really excited about it because I know that what some of us have done over the last couple of days is actually sign up to get some paid marketing to get to reach out to a bigger audience, perhaps an audience that's not necessarily on Facebook, but maybe an audience of people that are doing searches for home-based businesses. And so it's quite exciting, and I think that we've got a great opportunity to get this sales funnel out to a lot more people and bring them into the group. And ultimately, because of the way that we operate the group and the CyberSwarm method, we should, in theory, be able to grow the business quite quickly. So yeah, I mean that's really exciting. So I know that you, Jen, were a little bit unsure about it. Does that sort of clear it up for you, or do you have another perspective on it?
No, no, that's fine now. Yeah, myself and Jen, we both thought we had to pay for that, and yeah, that's great that it's available to everybody.
I think what they're saying is that if you're professional, you're in the best place, but if you're in one of the higher levels, you just earn more commission. So that's why they were doing the special offers for members, so the TLA and the Solomon courses, because if you're professional and you don't own the higher levels, you get 10% commission. So even if people signed up for the Solomon or the GRN, you'd still get a 10% commission. But if you own those products, you get 50%. So it's just a really big increase that you get. So if you're GRN and you've got the diamond level, you're looking at 6,000. Is that right, Steve? 6,000 a sale if someone buys the diamond level membership. So that's what they were pushing, really. It wasn't.
Well, the last offer was so
the Solomon one, yeah.
So the professional members could get higher commissions.
Right, professional members do anyway, because when you're apprentice, you only earn on your first level 50%.
Yeah.
When you're professional, you then open up the next 3 levels after that. So you earn 50% on your first level, and then 10% another 3 levels down, and however wide it goes. So it can really be sort of quite a big income if the whole matrix is kind of filled up.
But you've just bought into that offer, haven't you? The Solomon offer.
Yeah.
What does that?
And the reason I did that predominantly is because it's 5,000 to get it, and it was just rock bottom price for me. So I wanted to get it anyway, So I bought into it mainly for the training, but it does mean that if people buy the Solomon offer and they buy it through me, that I get 50% commissions on that offer. That's the difference.
Do you say that the apprentice level, you only get one level down?
Yes.
Oh, right, so you don't get the 3 10% after that if you're on apprentice?
No, you have to be professional to unlock those levels.
Ah, right.
So we know that Kat hasn't gone through the training.
I have.
She hasn't watched the compensation plan video.
I have. I've just
Go and watch
watched
it again.
so many since. I just need to do it again is what I need to do.
Yeah, what I'd recommend everyone did was if you go into your affiliate area, so if you log on to the affiliate system, it's got the whole compensation plan in there. And, you know, that might be slightly out of date now with the new level that they've put in, but it will give you all of the basics of what you get at each level. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Does to me, yeah.
So really, what everyone's game plan should be is to use the Speedwell system to cover their costs as quickly as possible so that they can go to professional, because then when you unlock those 4 levels, even if you started building it, you then start getting the commissions from anyone who's level 2 to 4 on your system as well.
So you know when they release the link, is it going to be similar to what they sent us by email the other last week, where we basically copy and paste an email and are able to send it out that way?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, the link should be embedded in that message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, the people that are using that lead generation system, we should be able to lift some of that and put in our autoresponders, I guess.
Right.
In the back there.
And
I also saw something about a Facebook app. Did anyone else see that in the long training?
They did mention that. I didn't hear anything else about it.
So.
And is it going to be launched today or tomorrow? Or do we know?
It haven't been mentioned yet. It said as early as tomorrow or at the latest by the end of this week.
All right.
I think what tends to happen in a lot of these launches is that they kind of they send out all these emails and they're all kind of geared around this fear of missing out on something.
Yeah.
And there's this sense of fear of loss, and it is. I mean, the reality, it is a marketing tactic, which is fair enough, and it's because it's at the end of the day, it's a marketing company, and that's what you would expect. But the reality is, they do tend to, drag these things out and give everybody, the optimum chance of opting into these things, and I think they've obviously been trying to bring in more and more people over the course of the last week. But I think my guess is it will probably be launched by the end of the week. Hopefully, I can't see them taking any longer than that. People are so eager now to get their hands on it and test it out. There'll be a lot of big marketers out there that will be doing lots of campaigns, and I know I'm going to be doing mine, and I know Robert is, Joe. So yeah, I suspect it will probably be towards the end of the week. And of course, you can market this by. But what you want to do is you really want to try and get the link masked in some way so that you can utilize it on Facebook as well, or use it in the groups, because sometimes Facebook won't allow an out-and-out affiliate link to appear. I'm not 100% sure what will happen with this link, but sometimes you have to mask them.
I think the trouble is when people send them out en masse, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got 3,000 people in Ireland posting them to Facebook.
Yeah.
Then it will flag it up, so it's best to mask the link.
That's exactly what happened with Empire Network, and Empire Network have basically been banned from Facebook because when they first started, everybody was posting their affiliate links all over the place, and it was just seen as spam. So in the end, they took all those links down, and then it was a question of clever people having to come up with new strategies to be able to get their links out through Facebook. But yeah, I mean, the exciting thing is that if this does convert like they say it will, and I noticed in watching the Speed Wealth system, there is something where it says they're prepared to give you $100, guaranteed give you $100 back if you don't make $100 in your first month or something, which is quite a bold thing to do. So, but that's at the same time that's also a tremendous selling point. People are going to see that and think, crumbs, I can't, I may as well sign up because I can't lose. I'm gonna get my money back if I don't actually sell a product. So
that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, I think I've never seen that before. I've noticed that
on the high end offers as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's something on the high end about getting 10,000 back if you didn't make 10,000 on the top one.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, really. I mean, they're obviously they obviously believe in that system, and I mean, having seen it, I do honestly think that there are so many upsells and downsells that it will, I think, get people to at least come on the free membership. So I mean, that is the key, is to get people in to actually get on the membership so that they can be invited into the group, get to see the back end, get to see some of the products, get a taste of what's in there. Because when most people do that, they do tend to stay in. And if the beauty of this is if we can get people coming into the group, signing up through these email campaigns that we're going to be doing, we're going to have a lot of social proof, because I'm going to be basically stacking people through this Cyberswarm method into other people's teams and growing those teams. I'm not intending on doing this 44 person to 6 figures, which is what they're talking about, because I want to see the team grow. I want to see the team build into a huge team and grow the business down and get some stability in the group and in people's businesses, rather than kind of like have everybody on under my link going across, because that will be a struggle for everybody, I think. So it'd be great to be able to, if I can get some good leads and get some sign-ups and be able to pass them down to people, and everybody will benefit. I mean, especially if people turn pro, if they go pro quickly, then I will benefit because I'll get those 10% pass-ups. Those people will benefit below me because they're gonna be getting the 50% commissions on the people that are joining them. So just a great way of developing the team, really. Yeah. So I hope that everybody does that and tries to grow their team downwards and doesn't get kind of sucked into the idea that the 44 person 6-figure income. I mean, it sounds great and it is great, but it may be harder to sustain in the long term. And I'm looking at this as a long-term business, not a short-term way of earning some quick cash. Looking at it as a long-term business and growing, helping everybody else grow their businesses. That's the key, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Do you know, Steve? Like, if we use this lead generation system, if we use our own link, can we then get support to move people around within the team? Have you tried doing that before?
Yes. I mean, I've had people join on my link, and then I've just sent a ticket in to say, can you move this person onto this person's ID? So it's just a question of sending the ID and the email.
Which makes it a lot cleaner, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
because otherwise we've got to keep changing our autoresponders.
Yeah, I mean that would be difficult. That would be difficult. I mean, it's going to be down to you to put that ticket in and ask support to actually move that person. But my guess is you're not going to be, you're not going to have like hundreds of people suddenly. Well, you might do, I suppose, but you're not going to have hundreds of people suddenly joining, and you're going to be overwhelmed by it and trying to place people everywhere. I think it will be a steady flow of people, and then you've got.
I just wanted to make sure support are all right with us doing that, because that's brilliant if they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. So. But it's definitely exciting to see what's going to happen. I think anything new, when people see new things, and obviously a lot of it's going to be down to the way that we word our emails. You know, the copy in the emails is going to be crucial to get people to actually open those emails. And I think there's some good training in the I think there's some training in the pro level on copy email marketing. I can certainly get some stuff out to everybody if they want it.
I mean, I think Vincent mentioned that they're going to actually send us the copy to use in the email, didn't they?
Yeah. The problem with that is, if everybody uses it, you know, it's going to become like this ubiquitous copy that everyone's going to recognise, and you know, it's okay in the short term, but longer term, you need to be a bit more creative in your marketing in terms of copy to get people's attention. I mean, I look in my inbox every day. I get hundreds of emails every day. I really should unsubscribe to a lot of this stuff, but some emails I open just because I like the headline. It's the headline that grabs you. And even though I know it's going to be just somebody selling me something, I'm still drawn to clicking on that email and opening it up just to have a look. And it's quite a good idea.
We can learn from them now, though, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite a good idea. If you're ever in your email and you see these emails coming in and you actually think, oh, I'm going to open that, kind of just like save it. Put it in I've created a swipe folder and I save it because I think to myself, well, okay, there was something about that email that made me want to click on it. Others, I don't bother clicking. I just delete. But sometimes it's a good idea to copy those emails, because if you were intrigued by that headline, then the chances are somebody else would be intrigued by it. You know, so it's a good idea to copy that and use it in your email marketing, or even in your Facebook marketing, because you know, it's always a good headline when you do a post. Quite often, when a post comes up on your timeline, you're going to look at it based on what the headline is. Quite often, so anything that's going to grab your attention, definitely worth copying and keeping in a little archive.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I got the logo at the bottom figured out.
You've done it. Oh yes, I can see it. Yeah, looking good there, Robert. So what's everybody been up to this week in terms of what kind of strategies have people been using?
I'm just still trying, because obviously I've signed up with M&G, and I'm still trying to go through the training videos for that as well. So
they're quite long, aren't they, Kat?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just really difficult. I know I said the same last week. Just difficult to get the time in for it all, and yes, I set up my Facebook page, and I'm getting there. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more ready for when this link comes out for the Speedwell system. I'll be ready to rock and roll, hopefully.
What I noticed is when I see a lot of these videos, I was looking at the video today on the M&G email system, and sometimes they make it kind of, they overcomplicate it and don't get to the nitty gritty of it, and it's quite often.
No offence, Robert.
Yeah, Robert's like.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Robert. No offence meant. But I do know you guys like to talk. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, but they do it well. They do good sales pitches.
They do. I know, exactly. They are the king of sales, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the reality is, quite often they will talk and talk and talk, and you can actually condense it down and make it into very simple step-by-step instruction. And that's why often we have to make our own videos to give to other people, you know, because they can't seem to follow the training videos in these companies. A bit like with ViewTracker, everybody wants to have another video made so it can give them the step-by-step, because the training videos in the company's back office just aren't good enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own video based on how to set this up in a very, very straightforward manner. So, but I'm going to have to watch the video a few times and let it sink in my head and get it right, and then I'll make a video and really do it kind of quick guide, fast track, and so anybody that's using it hopefully will be able to set it up quite quickly and easily. So I think that would be a help.
Yeah, I think they're a bit shocked how quickly it's taken off, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I mean I've never personally seen a company that does all this and has a compensation plan, you know, where you can actually make money from. I mean, I was a bit kind of like, you know, what are the quality of the leads going to be like? But I know this company, the company has been around for a long time. I think it's just the fact that they've decided to create this compensation plan and make it into, you know, a totally different business. But I mean, the reality is the one thing that everybody within network marketing needs is leads. So it's a kind of no-brainer in a way.
Yeah.
And it means that you can actually get involved with a business where you can make money from being involved in the business, but also make money through the leads that you're going to get, and hopefully sell through the Speedwell system or whatever other business. That I know that Jo has got, she's involved in another company, so I'm assuming that you'll be using that as well to promote those links to people.
No. No.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant Kat.
You say that again?
Yeah. I think. Am I right in thinking that Jo is going to not Joanne, but
yeah.
Jo is
Sorry,
going to,
Jo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was confusing me because I thought you were talking about Jo there.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Yeah. And obviously I'm gonna, because she's with AWeber at the moment as well, so I'm gonna tap into that. So yeah, even more.
Excellent.
Well, I was
So
thinking about it for View Tracker. I don't know how well it would work with that, but I think it's worth considering for, you know, whatever really.
yeah, I'm not going to be using it to promote View Tracker myself personally. I think I'm not sure whether it's the best way to promote View Tracker. I think View Tracker is more of a visual thing, and I think Facebook is probably I'm going to stick with using Facebook, my normal marketing. But yeah, certainly. I mean, I know that email marketing does work. I mean, I know that there's some big hitters that use email marketing, you know, and they make fortunes. They make absolutely fortunes. The other thing that you could do is actually, you know, if you're going to be building this list, you can also be sending other offers. You know, you can do things like CPA marketing. I don't know whether you know much about that, Robert.
Yeah, so, well, when I was thinking about View Tracker, when that was mentioned, I think View Tracker will be very powerful as far as video testimonials and explaining View Tracker itself, but it's the capture page that we're missing to capture, or maybe we can embed a link to a place where they can go and capturing their information so they can go to a funnel. Which we can do that.
Yeah, there was somebody else mentioned to me about that actually. It would be quite a good idea for View Tracker to be able to create a mini sales funnel from a page. So have a little field where people could put a link, an email address in. So, you know, and it could be linked to AWeber or whatever. So, you know, just need a bit of HTML in the back office to be able to create a nice little email capture page. So I think that may be something that they'll work on later on. But again, I mean, I'm going to be promoting the Speedwell system through View Tracker as well, because I've actually very, very quick. You see, I'm very sharp. I got the domain name. I got the domain name for speedwellsystemtracker.com. And I got the domain name for Total Lifestyle Alliance Tracker.com. So I thought, well, you know, if these pages are going to rank organically in the search engines, then I may as well try and make use of that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna basically, I'm hoping they're gonna bring out some good graphics, because I want to get some graphics and make the page a nice custom page and put the videos in there, and I'll link back to the sales funnel, so that'll be a quite useful thing. But the good thing is, what I like about this more than anything else, what I love about the Vison Group as well, is that, you know, if I do get lots of sign-ups, I'm going to be so pleased to be able to pass those people down into my team. And this is what I love about it, in as much as that I know that I mean, I could just place those people in my team and I could make those 15% commissions, which would be all well and dandy. But the reality is, if I can pass those down to my team, and as long as they're prepared to put the work and effort in as well and grow their business, then everyone is going to benefit, and it will just keep on growing, and we'll then become recognized. You know, we'll become recognized because we'll have that social proof. We'll be able to, you know, any one of you guys will be able to make a video or post a blog, or, you know, put a post on Facebook and say, you know, I've been given three prospects this week, and it's grown my business, and I've earned X amount of money from it, and, you know, this is the way that our business works. You know, we help each other. That's just going to be great marketing and great social proof for everybody, and that's what I'm, you know, that's what I really love about it, and I'm excited about doing that. You know, I know that I will benefit over the long term, because when people turn and, you know, move up the levels, I will get those 10% commissions coming up, which will, you know, I'm quite happy with, and but everybody else is going to be able to make money, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, I've seen this Vison Group as just a way for more people to be able to try and get out of the rat race, get the freedom, and it would be great. It would be great to be able to say, you know, throughout 2014 that, you know, a number of us were able to, you know, wouldn't it be a great test? Wouldn't it be great to have somebody do a video and say, hey guys, you know what, today is a brilliant day because I've been able to hand my notice in at work, you know, and I'm doing this full time. Yeah. You know, it would be. I mean, I know that Jennifer's literally just started a new job, and she's got those blues, I can tell. And but wouldn't it be nice, you know, if we could get to that point where she's making a video testimonial saying, hey guys, you know, I'm part of the Vison Group, I'm part of the Internet Lifestyle Network, and I've been able to, you know, give up my day job and, you know, start to work full time on doing this business, and I'm loving it, and I love the group and the great people, etc., etc. And that's what it's all about. You know, that's how I see it, and that's what gives me the greatest pleasure, really, is seeing other people get some success.
Yeah, like you say, it's a very powerful sales tool if you can show that social proof, which some of us haven't yet got, which makes it a little bit tougher, if you know what I mean. Because people do want to see that social proof, don't they?
Definitely, absolutely. You know, I mean, I know that it works because I don't know how I did it, but I somehow managed to get onto the leaderboard in the group.
Yeah.
Came in at number 25. It's like the hit parade, isn't it? You know, in at 25, Steve Lawson. But you know, I not quite sure how I got there. But the reality is, I did a post. I thought, well, I'll use this as a way of getting some attention on my Facebook profile. So I did a post, and then I had so many people comment and like, and you know, I'd put about 30 odd comments, and what that did was it gave me even more exposure, and I had people messaging me and wanting to know a little bit more, and you know, I was able to pass on some information to a few people, and you know, okay, people didn't sign up straight away, but I know that over time those people are still looking and following, and when they do come in, then you know, I can then bring them into the business and place them somewhere wherever they need to be placed, and continue to grow. So the social proof really does work, and this is why it's so important that everybody gets attempts to make some videos, even if it's just a little testimonial video to say how much you enjoy being part of a group that's working towards a particular end. You know, even if you haven't had the success, just at the moment, just to make a video and talk about something in itself is good social proof. People who are watching your posts, it will get them thinking. You know, they'll think, well, okay, I wouldn't mind being part of a group like that. In fact, I had just the other day somebody messaged me. He's in ILN already. He's in a very well-known group, which I'm not going to mention. He's in a very well-known group, probably the #1 group in the company. And but he said to me that he's not getting any support. He's not getting any help to grow his business. And he wished that he joined our team. He wished that he joined our Vision Group because he could see. I mean, I was able to give him some very, very quick tips, and he was like, "Oh wow, I can't believe this. I haven't been getting any of this support." I said, "Well, this is what our group is all about. We're not interested in ourselves. We're interested in the group developing, and if we can help anyone get some success, and that's what we're doing it for." But he'd just been watching my profile. He'd been seeing my posts, seeing my videos, and that's what will happen. And I know that you're Jennifer. I always go on at you, but got to get that first video out there.
I have. I know. It's always something like not quite feeling it or something. But I was just thinking I must just do it.
Well, the reason it's so important is because people, this is a people business. It is a people business, and I think I've said this before. We all have people that we will gravitate towards. Some people will gravitate towards me. Some people will gravitate towards Pete. Some people gravitate towards Kat. And if you are getting yourself out there, you will find that you will connect with those people that are like you. They'll see something in you which they see in themselves, and they'll gravitate towards that. And those are the people that will come into your business. And the other thing about it is that it's such a huge confidence booster. When I first started out, I was pretty nervous about doing them. I wasn't sure what to say. I did end up editing a lot of my videos because I made so many mistakes. But I had a video editor, and I would just go in and I would cut that bit out, and I cobbled together what I thought was a reasonable, 5-minute video. But the more I did it, the more I got comfortable in my, in my own skin. I got comfortable looking at myself on the video, and it just didn't. After a while, it didn't matter anymore. I thought, well, I'm actually quite enjoying getting this message out. And then the thing is, what you've got to remember is when you do post that video out, you are going to get everybody in our team, I hope, commenting and liking and sharing that video. And that's going to make you feel good in itself, because when somebody comments on your video or says, "Hey, Steve, I loved what you said there," it does give you a boost, and this is what you want to do. And I honestly tell you that since I started doing videos, I must have done 100 plus now, 120, 130 videos. I am not the same person I was. I'm just not the same person anymore. I'm not the same person I was, 6 months ago when I started making videos. And my confidence levels have grown so much. People tell me now, people that I haven't seen for a while, they meet me and they say, "God, you just seem so different, Steve." And that's because I push myself out of my comfort zone. And you just get this inner strength. It comes, and that's why we do it. That's why they tell you to do it. That's why Vincent Ortega, in his, he says do the 100-day challenge. All of these big companies will tell you to do videos because it's personal growth. They talk about network marketing being a business, but it's personal development in disguise as a business. That's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. And it will help you in life in general, I think. So.
Well, I'm going to get my first one out this week. That's a promise.
Exactly, and
Definitely.
when you do, we're all going to be on there supporting you and commenting and liking it, and and that's great. And you'll do one, and then you'll do a second one, and you'll do a third, and you'll just get into a habit of making them.
Well, I've had an idea for a couple. I've got an idea for 2 videos that I'll say, yeah, I'll do it, and then I just can't bring myself to do it. But I've set myself a goal to have it posted by the end of this week, so it's a promise.
Excellent.
If not one, or if not 2, then definitely 1 by the end of the week. So.
That's fantastic. And do you know what, Kat? You are very fortunate in a way, because I know you're moving to Spain very shortly, and I'm so envious of that. But you're going to be in a position now where you're going to be able to, if you start making videos now and get comfortable with doing it, you're going to be able to go out in the sunshine, walk along, the beach or wherever it happens to be, make a quick video.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is lovely, laptop lifestyle, just walking down by the sea.
Well, that's exactly what Jo and I were just discussing, because she's obviously going to do the same for hers as well.
Yeah.
And I think if we start now, it's kind of almost like following my journey kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm waiting no longer than this weekend. I can promise there'll be at least one out by this weekend. How I sound in it and how I come across will be, well, remains to be seen. But
you see,
you'll be great.
This is the thing. You are already you're worried about how you're going to sound, how you're going to come across. Well,
yeah.
The reality is, you are you. We're listening to you now. You're coming across as you. We're getting to know you, and that's great. And so that's what will happen on video. People watch my videos now. They see the real me. You just relax. You just say, well, this is no different to just talking to somebody. If you were just talking to somebody, you wouldn't be like, unless you had some real serious issues, you wouldn't be, scared and oh God, I can't talk to this person.
Yeah.
You just got to pretend you're talking to your best mate.
Yeah, and that's what I've got to do. I've just got to not think about it, and I know what I want to say. So even if it takes a couple of takes the first time, then, but it's just that. Do you keep saying too much and stumble and But it'll go.
No one cares about that. It's only you that care about what you come across like.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, definitely.
That is so true.
And I like the real natural videos, where people are just themselves and they've picked up their camera and they're just doing a couple of minutes natural, nothing that's too staged or anything like that. I just think they feel so nice because you.
Yeah, well, those are the type of videos I watch. Yeah.
And that's right, absolutely. And you will what you'll notice is when you do first start making videos, you'll think to yourself, right, I'm going to talk about this subject. And then you start it, and then everything seems to just disappear out of your head. That's what happens with me, and I'm like, oh God. And then you might end up doing 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 videos until you get it right, and then you'll post that one particular video, and it will be full of, but that's okay, because what happens is when you watch them back, and you'll see the and all of these funny sayings that you kind of. You get brought up with, and then you go, oh gosh, I've got to stop doing that. And then what happens is your subconscious actually takes over, and you, for whatever reason, you suddenly stop saying things like and I mean, you can't help it completely, but I've noticed that a lot of my videos now, I can go along, go through a lot of stuff without saying and that just happens with practice. So
yeah, I won't tell you that video that I sent to you a couple of, must have been about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
I won't tell you how many takes that took me.
Wow.
And it probably wasn't much different from my first one, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was just me looking out for a little.
Do you think it would help if you just thought of that you were just speaking to one person, rather than that you're actually chatting away to an audience?
Probably would, yeah.
If you just think of your best friend or whatever, or a relative that you're really comfortable with, and you're just chatting away to them, and just think of sounding as enthusiastic as whatever you can do. Yeah. I remember my first Pilates class many years ago. I was absolutely terrified because the class was filled, and I hadn't expected that. So I could feel that my throat was just about to close up. So I made everyone lie down flat on the floor, face down, and then I could talk to them. And then the week after that, I was absolutely fine because I was more comfortable. So, and I also visualised them all naked, and that helped as well.
Okay.
I hope they didn't spend the whole. I hope they didn't spend the whole class lying flat on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
thinking.
they did get up after a while, but it was a bit difficult visualising them naked on all fours. But we won't go there.
Oh, dear.
I know in my experience in
Right,
making
you're
videos.
too young to listen to this.
No. But I never made videos before, and that was something new to me. And when I started, I was nervous. I was making the eyes and ooh, and you know, I noticed my mistakes, and it was a rough experience at first. But as I kept doing it and practicing with it, it got easier and easier. And now it's to the point where I get confident after getting feedback from everyone else. It's to the point I want to take it to the next step, and you know, actually put up like a sticky note of topics I want to address while I'm making the video, so I can keep my mindset straight on what I want to talk about, and you know, get better and better at it. So I was exactly where you was, but now I feel a lot more confident in making videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Robert, actually. So I sometimes stick a couple of bullet points on a bit of paper and just stick it under the camera or somewhere as a reminder, or even just have it written down, because it doesn't matter if you glance down at some notes, does it? So.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody
I mean,
started somewhere, didn't they? So
Of course.
no one was perfect when they did their first video. So.
And if anyone's nervous, just put it on YouTube or Videofy Me as a private video and just post it in our group to start with, you know.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
you can get your confidence up before you start posting it out in the public domain, you know.
Well, you'll see it by the end of the week.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Exactly. That's
I'm
it.
liking it already.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rosemary's video.
Oh yeah.
I'm just looking forward to seeing Rosemary. I haven't seen her. We haven't seen her yet. 3 weeks. We don't know what she looks like. I want to know if she actually exists.
Oh well. Are we allowed a glass of wine on one of these at some point?
If it'll make you feel more comfortable, then go ahead. Have you learned that? Have you got the technology sorted yet, Rosemary?
No. Do you know that white box that came up? Well, apparently there's a little thing that's popped up and it says Firefox prevented this site from opening a pop-up window. Do you think that's got something to do with it?
Possibly.
Yeah, could do.
See, it's not me. It's this computer.
Use Google Chrome as your browser.
No, I'm using Firefox. Should I use Chrome?
Yeah, Chrome is much better.
Firefox right now. I believe you might have your pop-up blocker on.
Ah.
Do you know how to turn that off, Robert?
Let's see.
You could do a screen share live and show Rosemary.
Okay. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Options. Okay. Let me do a screen share.
I've got the lovely Jennifer at the moment.
Oh.
Anybody see it?
Oh.
No close-ups, please.
I can see. Oh, I can see me now.
All right. Can you see me now? Can you see anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone again.
I'm going to go to options.
Oh, got you. Got it.
Okay. Click on options. All right, now we're gonna go to general. Let's look for tab contents. There we go. It's under contents, pop-up block, pop-up windows. I have it selected, but I have this as a exception. But you can click this, and it should allow you to do what you was trying to do.
Have you got a highlighter for your mouse?
Highlighter? No, I don't believe. I believe I do. I need to get that. Have you found this yet? Can you see my mouse?
I can't see your mouse. You see?
Let's see.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
There's
right.
app
Oh, it's
two
gone.
in Google.
I think we might have to make a video on that.
Did you see that? Still there?
Yeah, it keeps sort of flashing on and off, so it's probably not going to be very easy for Rosemary to follow, unfortunately. But there's your little task for the week. Make a little video on how to sort out those settings. Send it to Rosemary.
All right, no problem.
One thing I was going to talk about, actually, I've written it down. I'd forgotten. Good job I wrote it down. Really, was talking about how to boost your profile on social media, and I was talking to Jennifer Bailey about this, and what we were discussing was rather than promoting the product, you're promoting yourself. So you become the brand in effect. So and this means that if you can become the brand, then you can pretty much promote any business opportunity that you like without worrying about it, without being kind of seen as somebody who goes from one opportunity to another. And so what is a good idea is with your Facebook profile, with your blog, with your Twitter account, all your social media accounts, is to make sure you've got the same set of images for all of your different social media platforms, so that you're branding yourself, because people will start to see you everywhere, and they'll see the same image, so that it'll sort of stick in their mind much more. And so that's something you might want to think about. And also, I don't know how many of you have actually set up your blogs. I know you've got your blog set up, Joanne. I know you have, Robert. But do you have your blog set up, Kat?
No, not properly. No.
Jen?
Yes, but I've not written anything yet.
Yeah, I mean, I have created it, as part of the training. I have created it, but I haven't done anything with it as such, so I haven't added to. But that's going to change this week.
Well, I'm the worst person to be saying all this, really, because I haven't. I mean, I've got my blog set up, but it's absolute rubbish. I'm pretty hopeless when it comes to getting my blog set up. So, but I need to do it. I mean, it's something that I think is really important. Is that because the ILN is primarily a blogging platform, it kind of makes sense to have your blog set up in the best possible way in terms of your brand and your image. I know Robert's done got a great blog going. He's had some custom detail done on the blog by Bo, and it's looking really good. And I need to do something very similar. So getting your blog set up with your brand. So if you've got a really nice picture, that you want to put on there, and try and link every part of your social media platforms together in as much as getting the same images on your blog, on your Facebook profile, on your Twitter account. Those, you know, your main ones, so that when people do come across you, they'll start to notice you in lots of different places, and they always see the same thing, which is what you want.
Steve,
So,
can I ask Robert, if he's got a very good blog, how often, Robert, do you blog? Is it a daily thing, a weekly thing?
I mean, you want to, depending on how much you write, you want to at least make one posting every week, at the least.
Every week?
That'll be a lot easier on you.
Okay.
But what you also want to do, sorry, Rob, I was just going to quickly say this, because it's quite important to understand that just having a blog on its own, you know, isn't really enough. You need to be able to syndicate that blog. So you need to get it linking to your Facebook. You need to put your blog posts, you know, not all the time, but if you do a really good blog post, or you make a video, that you embed it onto your blog, and then you share that on Facebook, or you share it on Twitter, so that it all kind of links together, and that's going to give you much more opportunity to get it seen and noticed, and get views on that.
Could you explain to me what the difference is between what you would write in a blog, because Joe's helping me this week to get my blog up and going, and also my is it a fun page?
Fan page, yeah.
Fan page. What is the difference between what I write on one as compared to the other?
You want to make your blog your center, your personal page, where everybody, like on social media, your fan page, all of that is going to be linked to your blog, your personal blog. Your blog is going to be about you. And everything about you, your videos, your postings. And then plus is your banner has a capture in it, so anybody that goes on your profile will still be able to go within your system. It's all connected. You want to connect everything like Steve was just referring to. And your blog, you want to make that your center page where people can learn about you. That's the purpose of social media. When somebody adds you, they want to learn more about you, and you have your link in your about section where it lists where you work and, you know, your birthday and things like that. They will click on that to find out more about you, and they go to your blog, and that's your personal page, and they'll learn all about you from there.
Okay. So you still write similar things on your fan page because they're all connected?
But the thing is, your fan page is owned by Facebook predominantly, but your blog is your website, so you own that.
Yeah. Right, so that's more important, would you say?
They're both important, because I think that people aren't just going to find your blog unless you've got some good, like, search engine optimization on it or something.
Okay.
Whereas social media, you've built up a following on your fan page and your friends list, so they're going to find it. But it works really well if you do blog posts and then post the blog post to your social media accounts and things like that.
Right.
You know, and you might want to. I mean, your blog posts don't have to be long. They can just be, you could post, you know, an inspiring image and then write a few paragraphs about it. You know, any little thing really. So, and remember, in our Vision Group, if you go into files, there's a list of other people's blogs.
Yeah.
So you can all go in and have a look at each other's and see if there's anything there which give you some good ideas or inspire you or whatever. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's lots of other, you know, you can also just sort of pinch other people's material, other people's blogs, and then as long as you give them recognition and you link back to their site, they're going to be pretty happy. But it's you know, it just all adds content into your blog, you know. And I mean, I like I said, I need to do it more often. I need to get my blog sorted out. I need to get my brand. I mean, my personal brand is obviously my Facebook profile now, but I need to try a blog and get it done properly, and you know, and just stop procrastinating really, because that's what I've been doing. So I need to work on that. I have been quite busy this last few weeks, particularly because of View Tracker and stuff like that. But I want to try and get back into making sure I've got that professional looking, not professional, but just, a nice brand, a nice friendly site that people can come on. They get to know bit more about me. I might write a bit of a personal history. You know, what I was doing before I got involved with the online world, why I got involved with, you know, network marketing, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna do all that. I think it's important, and probably important if all you guys do it. I mean, I know, like with you, Kat, and with Joe, you know, you've got a great story to tell in a way.
Absolutely,
I'm sure you've got some brilliant things that you can write about and talk about your journey and, you know, how you're going, you know, move into another country and you know, so you've got a lot of great content that you can share with people. I'm sure there'll be lots of people will be interested in knowing more about that.
Hopefully. I mean, like I say, that my first video will be out this week for sure. And you know, this is why I want to do it now. I don't want to leave it any later because I want people to follow me before I actually move over. I don't want to just, you know, start my videos when I'm saying I'm here kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to follow that where I was and then, you know, where I am now when I get there. So, yeah, no, we've got a really, really good opportunity to get some good videos out there, definitely.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, listen, it's now 9:10, so we've been going an hour. So, has anybody got anything else that they want to discuss or go over? Anything that's happened during the week that they wanted to discuss?
Yeah. So I wanted to add, Brendan. He linked me to some training about a blog. Even if you're a beginner or you're experienced with it, I would like to post that in our group so you can watch the replay. It will help you understand how to structure your blog and get it started and the whole purpose and strategy of your blog and getting people to your blog. So I like to post that within our group. And I had an idea as far as M&G lead traffic, as far as promoting it, like social proof. Like, say for instance, someone you know, wanted to promote it on Facebook, and we have this system. We can post under their promotion posting, telling about our personal experience. Like for instance, Steve, he made a posting, and when I got on board, right away I noticed I had 400 leads in one day. One day. That's enough to grab people's interest. So I'll post on his posting, tell him my experience. And if he done the same thing for me and we kept doing this, it'll establish social proof. And people start wondering, hey, maybe I should check this out. But that was my personal ideal of promoting that end of it.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely. Good idea. It's a brilliant idea. I just want to ask you quickly, Robert. I mean, you've obviously got your leads already. Yeah. Could you make a 5-minute screen capture video? Have you got a screen capture software like Jing or something? Could you do a quick?
I can grab it.
Could you do a quick video, like just a quick 2-minute, how you export those leads? Because I found it a bit confusing. I need to watch it like 3 or 4 times.
When you touched on that, I went back I searched through everything trying to figure out how do I download these leads. So I actually sent in a question to support. Hopefully I can they get back with me and I can share it with the group.
Oh yeah, because I've got like a list of dates, I think, and
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I didn't really see that, whether that's I didn't watch all the video all the way through, but I couldn't figure out.
I went to the help center. I went through every link trying to find how to export. That's all I was looking for. I didn't find it, so I sent it in support. Hopefully they get back with me pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes it just looks harder than it actually is. But yeah, I'm going to have a good look at it again tomorrow and see if I can figure it all out. Then I'll make a video, you know, and then just post it in the group for people that are involved with it, or if people are thinking about getting involved with it, then they can have a look. So, and I think everybody's going to want to, you know, if this is a good source of being able to get the the Speedwell system out there, or any other business opportunity that you might be involved with out there, then it seems pretty good value to me. It seems pretty good value. I know that a lot of people spend a lot of money on things called solo ads, which is basically the same thing. It's just email marketing.
Yes.
And they are very, very expensive, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything from it, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but you can spend a lot of money, and the reality is this business is like $49 one-time joining fee, and then is it $39, Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $39.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty. I mean $39 for 9,000 leads is ridiculously cheap. It's ridiculous,
yes,
And if you just got 0.05% success with it, you're still going to be making, So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
And,
I'm really excited about it, actually. Having seen the little video that we're going to be sending out to, on the email.
Yeah.
And with all these leads, then I just, can't wait.
Well, it's going to be, interesting. I mean, there's obviously never a guarantee on anything, and but the reality is, 9,000 leads per month is a lot, and I was able to make money on just promoting the company to people. I've had 8 people sign up over the weekend, and I made $400 just through those 8 sign-ups, and that's paid. I mean, the way I look at it is that's paid for my membership pretty much for the next 10 months. So
even me, Steve, I've got 18 that have come into my matrix on it, and I haven't actually sponsored any of them.
And the fact of it being a forced matrix. So
yeah. So I think I've made my monthly fee back now.
That's good.
I don't understand. Sorry. How does that work? The forced matrix?
The forced matrix. So if Steve referred someone, he gets the fast start from them. So he would earn that you earn 100% of their sign up. So which is the $49.
Yeah.
But after that, they're put in a forced matrix, so they fall below the person below. And was it a 2x10 or something?
Yeah.
But it goes down 10 levels. And what it's done with mine, I've got mine open here. Let me just give you an example. So as people, and it's not all Steve, it's other people that have been recruiting as well. And I've only just gone in and looked at the training. And I've got, on my first level, I've got 2 people. Level 2, I've got 3 people. Level 3, I've got 2. So it goes right down. So I've got 18 people. Now, for those first 2 that are in there, I can't remember what it is. I think you make 33%. So next month I'll make 33% on them, and then the level under that is 10%, and then it goes down like percentages right down to 1. But it means it's covering my costs effectively.
You haven't directly spoken to anyone.
Yeah, and I haven't done anything.
Wow, that's amazing.
I logged in and looked at the training. I thought, what's all that? I've got people in my downline apparently.
Yeah, me too.
And,
well, I've just looked at mine.
It's so new, and everybody's just piling people in it,
The thing about a force matrix, I grouped the vision, it really helps your team. I mean, say for instance, it's a 2x10 matrix. So when you personally sponsor 2 people, and they go out and sponsor, and plus on top of what you're already doing is falling under you, it's called spillover.
Yeah.
So it just continues to go down, and that's the beautiful thing about a force matrix. It's spillover.
I posted an example of it under Steve's post in the group. That I know you saw, Robert, as well, but because they just posted in the M&G group. I keep wanting to call it M&S, Marks and Spencer, about the new comp plan, because they said they were revising it, and it goes down 10 levels even if you're bronze, which is the first level when you're paying the $39 a month. And total earnings, if everyone's bronze when it fills up your matrix, is $1,680. So effectively, if it carries on building, it can be a second income for people.
Well, I've got to tell you, I've got 23 in my downline now.
I've literally just had a notification that
So
I've someone else.
Yeah, I've had tons today, but it's because it's new. You know, I think that people are just piling people in there.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that people want leads.
Yeah.
You know, and if you can find a system that gives you the leads and you can make money on referrals as well, and get pass ups, it's just a no-brainer, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking. I personally referred 8 people over the weekend, and but I've now got 22 people in my downline.
So each month.
Because they've referred people. Yeah.
So all the while people stay in the system, you still earn those commissions month after month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got 5 and I only joined, was it yesterday or the day before? 2 days ago, and I've got 5 in mine.
Yeah, I've been there 3 and I've got 18, so
yeah,
how fast it's working.
So definitely is. I mean, the real beauty of it is if the leads are of reasonable quality, and you get the leads that they say you're going to get, which I see no reason why you wouldn't, because they wouldn't be able to operate the company for very long if it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And the fact that they give away 100% commission, to me says that they're a really good, genuine company, because they wouldn't throw that money away. If it was just going to be a scam, they wouldn't be throwing that money away back. They'd be keeping that money and then and running off with the money, but they're not doing that. So I think they've probably got a huge source of leads, and they're probably buying them in huge quantities, and if you just get a tiny fraction of people that actually subscribe, because you've got a really with your sales funnel, because you've got a really great sales funnel like the Speed Wealth system, you almost you're going to be guaranteed to get sales, which is fantastic. So maybe it's all coming together. Maybe this all happens for a reason. You get into a group. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I thought, well, when I set this Vison Group up, I just had this idea that I wanted to create this group, and I wanted to try and help those 95% of people that were failing. And then I create the group, I get people in, it starts to grow, and then all of a sudden View Tracker then comes on. That's a really great promotional tool, and I get involved with that, and then that suddenly starts to grow, and then all of a sudden this business comes on board and is providing leads. So everything is congruent, and it's all kind of coming together. And maybe it's the way that the universe works. If you're putting out that positive energy, you're taking action, things start to appear, opportunities start to appear for you, and if you're willing to grasp them, that's how you make things happen. And I'd love to be in a position where I've got leads coming in for ILN, and I can just be like I said before, just passing them down to the group, and the group starts to build, and then that gives us that momentum and social proof that everybody else who's looking in on us on our Facebook profiles, who are maybe in other companies that are struggling, they then see that social proof, they want to be a part of what we're doing. That's going to be the powerful thing, because we want the success, because we want people to come into the group, and if we can show them that what we're doing is working, then that's just going to create the momentum, the buzz. Funny thing is, I was just going to say one more thing. I'll shut up then. I did a post this morning about wanting to do this 95% thing, and my old sponsor from the Empower Network, Chris and Sue Beasley, who are 6-figure earners in the Empower Network, they came on and congratulated me, even though that I'm no longer in their business. They came on and congratulated me, and what they said was, we really want to see, the success stories of people in your group, and that kind of resonated with me because I thought, well, they're absolutely right. If I can show success stories of people that are in our group, then that is really going to have a major impact on building that group, you know, developing it. So
we need to be making videos.
I'll tell you now, if we were all, I mean, if everybody that was in our group that was signed up under ILN, if we were all making videos, all of us, all talking about our vision group, all talking about each other, all, basically bigging each other up, and if we were all doing that as a group, then we would create a buzz. We would create a buzz, and then there would be more people who would want to be part of that, because people love to be part they like to be part of a community, and if it's a community of success, then it's obvious in a way. So it's really a question of us all being motivated to take the action and do it. Just do it. Because if you don't do it, if you don't make the effort, if you don't take the action, where do you think you're going to be with your business? Where would you be with your business? It isn't going to just suddenly grow out of nothing. You've got to take action, and that's the same for any business, whether that's online or offline. It doesn't matter. I've been involved in an offline business, my transport company. If I wasn't out there actively pushing my business, knocking on doors, approaching companies, selling I wouldn't have had a business. So it's the same. It's the same for this. If you want to be successful in this industry, you've got to be creating a brand. You've got to be getting yourself out there in front of people. You've got to be, seen to be taking on that leadership responsibility, and it's just part of the business. That's what the business is all about. It's a people business. It's, networking, and I'm not really probably the best example, because when I first started, I was terrified of doing all that. I wasn't really a people person, but as I've got into it, I've come out of my shell. I've grown in confidence, and now I'm happy to kind of host a hangout like this with friends and feel very, very comfortable and be able to speak, and that's what happens. All of you guys are here on this panel can do exactly the same. And I think it'd probably be a good idea actually for every one of us to take it in turns in kind of hosting the hangout, just to get that little bit of experience and get more exposure.
Yeah.
So maybe one of you would like to volunteer for next week.
No, I'm quite happy to do it anytime. That's the
yeah, excellent. So maybe next week, next Monday, it'll be Joe's hangout. Joe can host a hangout. She can put it onto her channel, on her YouTube channel, get people watching it, and she then becomes the focus. And that's what we can all do. We all want to try and be the focus. It doesn't. I don't want it to be about me. It's all of us. We all need to take turns in being the main focus, because we want people to be able to resonate with you guys.
Yeah.
Great.
So there we are. That's nearly an hour and a half now, guys. So I'll 9:30 now. I just want to thank Robert for jumping on this hangout, because obviously I know your time zone is different, and it was very short notice. So I appreciate you coming on, mate.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like listening to you.
Yeah.
So there we are, guys. Okay. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll do the same again next Monday. Hope you can all attend, and maybe you can set it up for next week then, Joe.
Yep, I'll have a go. Can't be that hard.
That's all right. And if you all kind of think about what you want to talk about next week, write it all down, and then we'll just post it into the group, and then we've got like some topics to discuss.
Yeah.
Talk about the events of the week, etc., and then go over anything that we want to talk about.
Sounds good.
Okay, right, excellent. Right, well, I shall say good night to all of you. I'm going to stop the broadcast, and look forward to seeing you all next week.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.